You always have to add him
Okay,
at least.
unmute it.
Yeah. Let's wait, like, maybe until 5 past. I don't know, he'll probably need a little bit more time. Let's give him 7 past. Because sometimes he'll, like, show up, like, 10 minutes after. Be like, oh, I can actually do it this time.
You know, he's like that. He's kind of party. I was gonna have him join this D&D session I was having for my birthday, and he said, "Listen, I would love to, but you should know by now that my schedule changes the day of and the moment of. So, unfortunately, I'm going to decline for your own benefit." You know?
So we're just gonna wait.
Just to be sure.
Just to be sure. He's kind of goofy. Okay, I need. Can I cut that? Get my sheet out. I'll paint my later or something.
I have a wait. While we're waiting, I'll give your stream a little story time from yesterday. Hey stream. So yesterday I was working, right? And I was DMing my boss because we use Slack, which is like Discord but for professional companies. And I was DMing him. He was like, "Oh, are you going to go see any shows this weekend?" I was like, "Well, I was planning on going to a pumpkin patch with my boyfriend, but there's also this Porter Robinson's also in town, and I don't know. I would love to see him, but no money, so just gonna live vicariously through my friends." At the end of the work shift, I want to say like an hour after I was done, I get an email to my phone, and the email said, "Oh, hey Nick," which is my boss's name. "Thank you for purchasing your Porter Robinson tickets." And I messaged him. I was like, "I just got an email to my phone for Porter Robinson tickets," and he just goes, "Happy birthday!" And he bought me 2 tickets to Porter Robinson for me and my boyfriend, and they were $300. So, pretty fucking fire.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah. Also,
I mean, it's normal. Yeah, W Artist for real. I'm gonna go. He's doing his Smile tour, so I'm gonna go see that. I'm doing that later today. It was actually today, so he did it. He bought me the tickets yesterday for today, so I'm gonna go do that later after this.
That's nice.
Yeah. Oh, it was really random, but he was saying like oh, it's thank you for all the hard work you do, blah 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 blah. It's basically a bonus. I'm like, hey, fucking say less.
I love it when
said the
bosses
same
are
thing
good
as
people.
always.
What did he say?
I
That
think
you're
you
handsome.
know.
That I'm handsome. I'm so handsome. Call me handsome Squidward, guys.
You know what? Whenever I draw Toby as our dungeon master in any of the art pieces I ever make, it's now just going to be handsome Squidward.
Yeah, I am handsome Squidward, guys.
What chat did he chat in? I don't know.
What do you mean it's in Twitch?
Huh, I don't know. My Twitch chat ain't loading. Maybe I just need to reload it. Okay, what the heck?
While we're waiting, I'll tell you guys about what my other campaign is doing, like one I'm DMing in. There's this dude who's a spoon thief, and he stole the entire spoons of a village, all of them. There's no more spoons in that village. But when running away, he got kidnapped by bandits. Now the rest of the party has to go save him, retrieve the spoons, and now there's going to be a trial. So.
Wow. Man, that's what you get for stealing spoons, okay?
And another thing, wait, I forgot what class he is. I think it's either a fighter or I think it's a barbarian. The barbarian is going to be his lawyer.
Wow. This is gonna go so well.
Very well.
Ow. Wow, Meg. Oh, by the way, I woke up at like 9 in the morning and I got the notification that at 4 a.m. Roger was asking me for the presets to the gacha characters I made of our D&D team. So I woke up, I had some coffee, and we called and I gave them to him. And he made at least 3 different jokes about Charlie and Kel and Mpreg. I don't know what's gotten into him. Something is changing us all. Maybe it's Charlie and Kel, who knows?
Speaking about interesting things that have happened recently, my dog was sprayed by a skunk at like 3 a.m.
Oh.
Dang.
Wait, what?
Wait,
Yeah,
like,
my dog got
Ain't that interesting?
how do you know it was at 3 a.m.?
Because my dad told me.
Oh.
Okay, wait, what happened to your dog? Because I could not hear.
He got sprayed by
Sprayed by a skunk.
Oh. Oh. Glad I don't live in skunk territory.
No, it's mainly because, like, my neighbors kind of, like, leave out, like, cat food for the skunks sometimes. So it's like,
For the skunk?
I don't know. They like skunks, apparently.
Interesting. I was watching
Also,
Vines the
dude,
other
I
day.
didn't spell Tory like that. It was
Apparently,
spelled with a
last
Y,
night,
not an I.
There was also a reported black bear just roaming around.
Oh, that's fun. We love black bears.
Yeah, it's even though I live in like a suburban area.
Anyways,
Skunks
yeah,
and
that's
opossums
weird.
eat poisonous snakes. That's what
Oh
Max
yeah, there's
just
a lot
said.
of snakes, especially. I mean, there's also like black widows,
Oh,
and the fact that my entire city is practically on top of a giant anthill. So
okay.
let's just say during the summer, a lot of ants come into the house.
My dad is a spider enthusiast for some reason. No, not an enthusiast. He's a sympathizer. Whenever he sees a spider, it could be the biggest black widow we've ever seen, or the tiniest brown recluse.
Black widows are like really small.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty big ones. It's terrifying. Anyways, not as big as the wolf spiders we get, but they're still pretty big for a black
wolf
widow.
spiders are massive.
Yeah, but it could be it could be a black widow, it could be a brown recluse, it could be a wolf spider, and he will look at it and he's like, it's just a spider, it's just doing what it does. I'm like, get it out of the house, please. It's like, fine, and then he
especially if it's like
up in paper towel and then puts it on our doorstep. Like, that's not gonna stop it from coming back.
Especially if it's like a recluse, and those are just straight aggressive. Like,
yeah,
widows
to kill.
widows tend to be more defensive rather than aggressive. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, my mom has to force him to kill them. So, you know.
Yeah.
But my mom and my dad don't generally care about the spiders that live on our ceilings. So we have like a tiny spider on our ceiling, but it like whenever you walk anywhere close to the patch of ceiling it like rears back kind of like it's about to jump on me, and I want to cry and never leave my room again because that thing is freaky.
Yeah,
Should
no,
we
one
start
time, like,
or
right
no?
outside the window. I forgot which one, but it was like a couple years
Sorry.
ago. There was just like an orb weaver that was attached to my house and my neighbor's house. So just this massive web, and it was right outside my window, and I'm just like, interesting. I'm not going out there.
You're okay.
Okay.
Well, I have Kel's sheet if we need it.
All right. I'm gonna assume we might maybe need it. I mean, I feel like it's just gonna be more for RP and if we do have a fight purposes. Otherwise, yeah.
I feel like there's gonna be something happening with what information we have.
Yeah.
Listen,
And
if
knowing
I've
we have a
learned one
certain
thing, it's not to trust Toby.
what?
Wait.
Listen, she
Ming said to
one thing-
name it, and you will grow to like it. Greet it by name every day.
Yeah, see, I do that, but I am also terrified of them. I've had at least 13 Jeffreys and at least 20 Jerrys, okay? Every time I see them, like, Jerry, you stay away from me or you will die. And then they never listen. They always come into my room and they sit on my floor and then they almost bite me and then I have to squash them after giving them a pep talk about why he should not have come into my room. And they never learn. I have at least 20 pounds of spider guts in my closet, so.
Ugh. Brother.
Brother.
Okay. So I guess we can start then. I believe we ended after going into the D4 area, which we call oh, my book, please. Which we call the isolated study, where we found, the book, where Razor got sprayed in the face. Rage found a lightning resistance potion, correct? And if I'm honest, I don't quite remember what happened after. I think some people started heading back. I think Rage, you had
went
Rorog head back to
and
the
then
camp,
I
right?
offered to help them, and then you said, let's end it there. I have a really good idea how to start next week. And then we didn't. Because no one was there.
Oh, right.
So this is the next week, but it's next week.
Yeah, because nobody was able. There's only like me and you available, I think. So, correct. Okay. And then Harley and Umbra, you guys were heading back to the main area, correct? Like the center area?
We were already there, I'm pretty sure. We were already there, and I'm pretty sure the end all was Brorog started helping the guys, the kobolds.
Right.
I said, yeah, I can help you guys, and then that's where it ended, basically.
Okay.
I thought it was like, from what I remember, like, the person we're looking for was here, but isn't here.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Okay. So we can start this one. I'm looking at the wrong Discord channel. I can't see RP order. There we go. We can kind of go RP order with this for how this is going to continue for the story. So we have Razor and Charlie, or Umbre and Charlie, apologies. In the middle main area, next to the the statue, I would say, that is, in the middle of this observatory. And we have Rorog, who is, sitting with the kobolds in their camp, and he has agreed to help them with whatever they're doing. And from last that we remember, they were like fiddling with some statues that were very crudely making. And I believe I also stated for Umbre and Charlie that there are some like statues haphazardly like put around the like the main area of the observatory. Let me get the exact name of it. So yeah, of the rotunda. And yeah, we can start with Umbre and what you wanted to do. I believe we all now know that there is a comet. I think Charlie told everybody that there's going to be a comet that's coming by from what you presume would be very soon. You don't know what it means or what it's going to do, but that is knowledge that you have.
I think he just said something very vague about it. I think he made like a haphazard comment, like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that'll be fun," you know.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if the purposes of why we're here is to find that, bronze, well, not wormling.
Yeah. You would know his name is, I believe it's Adron. Is
Yeah,
what we.
Adron.
Yeah, because
Yes, the name I
Renara
could never
had you.
say.
Mm-hmm.
Renara wanted you to come check on them since they stormed off. And she like heard about some stuff happening over here, and she just kind of wanted an update of like where he is, if he's here, help him, and stuff like that.
I mean, because, like, as far as we know, the last person that interacted with him was that, blue wormling, whatnot. So,
Hmm.
I feel like our best choice is to potentially interact with him, but we could always try.
The one that's sleeping.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to discuss that in character, you absolutely can. It would be you and it would technically be Umbre, Kel, and Charlie.
Question: are you going to be role playing for Kel or not?
If needed, I can be.
I'm just asking
can.
so I can prep myself if I have to prep things for Kel as well or not.
Yeah, I mean, I can roleplay for him. If it's not going to be anything like significantly character relationship changing, if that makes sense. So
yeah, no, it's not going to be anything like that. It's just going to be Charlie ignoring Kel and Kel ignoring Charlie.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, is
Okay,
someone
then.
share the map, or should I find it and share it?
I think I had a picture actually. Oh yeah, I remember I used the picture from the DMs. Let me do that. Let me do something here. I'll show my screen. I'll pull up the picture. Just give me a moment. All right, so Brorog, you are in D3. Everybody else is in D2.
And the dragon is in D6, right?
I thought it was
D5.
Oh, that's a 5.
I thought it was
Oh,
at the
yeah.
bottom.
Yeah, and D5. You don't know about D6.
There's a D6? Oh, it's inside the tower. I thought the 5 was a 6.
No, you're good. Yeah. 3 of you here, 1 of you here, and you guys know, since Charlie did, look at it, that there is a sleeping blue dragon wormling in D5.
It's you two right now.
Are we
since
going
I'm in the
to-
other place helping the kobolds or whatever.
Or are you going to start this off, Razor, or?
I'm in.
While you guys figure out what you're gonna do, I'll still be able to hear. I'm just gonna go grab a snack.
Okay.
If you have anything you want to say, then
Okay, then I guess Charlie will start this. So Charlie, he taps his chin, and he has been puzzling over what's been going on since they got there. So he looks at Umbre, and he
I
says,
think I remember my
"Oh,
HP
my
total.
companion.
Right here.
Do you have any ideas? Because I have a great idea right now. It's actually genius. It's a shame, though. You guys might not like the outcome. Anyways, but before I, run off to do this idea, you should probably, pitch in."
With how you're speaking about it, I'm a bit concerned with what your idea is, so how about you mention yours first?
But what if someone hears?
Out of character, can I just ask, are you planning on making a giant alarm clock?
What? No!
And how else are you gonna wake up a dragon?
I'm back.
What? That's not my plan!
Okay.
Anyways.
That's like something Brorog would say. If he knew what an alarm clock was.
So Charlie just huffs, and he's gonna lower his voice extremely low, and he's gonna kind of be whispering exactly into Umbre's ear. Very low volume. He does not want anyone to hear. And he continues by saying, "Well, you can't tell, or if you do, you have to make sure you don't tell anyone until after the thing is done. I'm going to pretend I want to join the kobolds in their spark render worshipping and become one of their loyal friends and, basically be spark render's pet or something, and that way I can get information and maybe they'll tell me information and maybe that way I'll be able to distract myself from the exhaustion of existing and being as perfect as I am." And then he stands back up and stretches.
But wouldn't that take, like, a really long time for you to get incorporated into their, society, whatnot?
Huh?
Wouldn't it take a while for you to get incorporated into their, society, whatnot?
Charlie smiles and winks and says, "Oh, but magicians have their ways. But technically the magician is my brother." Wonderful magician.
You do.
So, any ideas?
I personally feel like we should either wake up Sparkrender without, I guess, disturbing him, or we could go past him and see what might be in there, or up those stairs.
Listen, that's something with a bit more, that's for someone with a bit more expertise in sneaking. So if we're doing this, we're not bringing the heavily armored Spider Boy, and we're definitely not bringing the, unfortunately, soap-clogged Brorog. It's either going to be you or me, buddy.
Why am I catching strays? What did I do?
Depends on which plan we go with.
Well, I say we do sneaking. If we're going to wake him up, I think it would probably be me. And that way I can just, say I love his scales and I want to be his servant and pet and worship him always and do whatever he wants me to. But I think it'd be better to just sneak, see what we can find before we go ahead and anger an angry dragon,
Out of character, are you going into the bard stereotype here?
What? Wait, bird stereotype?
Bard.
Bard stereotype. Bard.
Oh, no, I'm not. Charlie is yeah, Charlie's Charlie.
But
It has been.
But you said what you said.
Yeah, it's because Charlie usually is very, standoffish, and he's trying to say he's going to convince this guy to tell him everything he knows by being his servant. So,
But
it's a
do anything he wants is a bit
You're the one with your head in the gutter!
Also, Mank said, remember Kel's boots. I don't know if that's important or not, but that's all he said.
Here, let me send you a picture of Gal's boots. Maybe that will be a reminder, because I'm pretty sure I made them very flanky looking.
Kel's boots is crazy.
He's not actually even wearing boots. They're literally just shoes.
No, but
Then why
Mank
are
just
they
said
built like boots?
sneaking.
Yeah, and Kel's shoes are not sneak worthy, okay? It's literally like 5 pounds of like freaking metal.
Metal shoes.
Bro does not have metal shoes. Interesting.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Kel does indeed have boots of elven kind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, you realize that just as
But
Mank sent it.
Oh.
And so did, yeah.
My bad, y'all.
Ah, it is me.
You know?
Wait, what if I just point? Will I be pointing back at me? Point.
Oh, it's you.
No, the pointing.
Yeah, I don't think Charlie wants to include Kel in this, though. And I don't know what those boots do. Also, that's more or less something that Ian should decide, I think, because that is,
The purpose of this campaign, whatever you guys
Ant
decide
is
on
your
doing,
specking.
Kel is just gonna follow along.
suppose that's fair. But anywho, Charlie looks at Razor and says, sorry, not Razor, Umbra. He says, okay, well, game plan. Leave the spider to go check on the soap eater, and you and me can go run around the dragon room sneakily. Maybe I should take my heels off.
Fair enough. But what are we gonna do if we, I don't know, wake Sparkrender up?
Follow my lead. I'm very charismatic. I'm sure I can woo him into letting us live.
Well, I guess that's the only shot we have, so.
Okay. So you two, sorry, snacking. You two are gonna go to the E5 and try to sneak around Sparkrender and kind of get a lay of the room, right?
Yeah, after sending Kel to go look in on Brorog.
Okay. All right. Alright, so you two, so Charlie and Umbre, you guys are making your way to D5, where Charlie, you had previously seen Sparkrender in. And Cal is gonna head towards where he knows Brorog is, which is at the Kobold camp. And so Cal just, makes his way across the bridge, goes up the stairs here, and he enters inside with the creak as he opens his door. And when Cal gets in there, he sees in front of him all these kobolds busy with their hands. But then he sees Brorog sat down next to the two kobolds from earlier, which you would know them as Mech and Min. And they are showing him how to carve this statue that they have been doing. And Cal kind of peeks around and looks over at what Brorog is working on, and he sees that it doesn't look anything like it's supposed to look like. And whatever it's supposed to be, he can't even tell.
Damn, Brorog's catching all the
strays today. But Cal kind of like he leans forward, taps on Brorog's shoulder, and he leans back and crosses his arms, and he's like, "What exactly are you doing?"
Brorog just looks at him and just nods, and then goes back to making the quote-unquote statue.
All right, well, you can do whatever you want to do, but I will let you know that the other two idiots decided to go to where, the dragon is.
The kobolds will not like that. And then he goes back to working on his statue.
Okay. Okay, then
Wait, if Kel's talking to Brorog, the kobolds definitely hear him, right? Because they're sitting right next to him. At least the two of them.
I think when Cal went to come, when Cal
What?
came to talk to Brorog, when Cal came to talk to Brorog, they kind of turned away to go back to their stuff because they see it as you being kept busy, while they can work on the statues.
Oh. Okay. Can I roll performance to see
So you're
how
just gonna
well I
keep-
can make statues?
You know what? Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, my performance is +1. First roll of today. 16 total.
Okay, then you turn back to the statue, and at first you didn't really get it. You didn't really understand how you wanted them to make it. But after looking over at how the other statues look, you finally get what they're making. They're making tiny dragon statues, and you chef up this statue to the point where it looks better than the other statues that you see around you. It looks much better than Mech and Min's and whatever kobolds are around you. You are a fine craftsman, apparently.
Brorog just places it next to like the other finished statues and picks up, like, are they making this out of logs or what is it?
Yes, it's out of wood.
Alright,
And
so
they're
he
being
picks up
painted,
like the
certain
next
colors.
piece of like wood and then starts working on that.
Okay.
What do you mean unexpected show of skill?
Wait till Charlie hears about this.
All right, so we're gonna pause on that, and we'll come back to it in a bit. We're gonna move back to Ombre and Charlie. So, I'll give a description of the place again. As you guys are entering, since it's been a couple weeks and Umber hasn't seen it yet. So, you guys, I'm gonna assume you guys walk up to like the entrance before you really go all the way in, so you kind of just like peek your heads in, correct?
Mhm.
All right, so as you both kind of peek your heads into this area, See that rays of light dance across the remains of this tower's stained glass dome, making iridescent colors shimmer across the crumbled marble walls. Gilded lines and jeweled inlays form a detailed star map spanning the dusty floor. 4 alabaster statues of scholars stand around the perimeter of the room, their expressions worn with time. Each 10-foot tall statue is pointing or gesturing in a different direction. Curled in the northeast corner of the tower is a live blue dragon. Lightning arcs around his horns and snout as he slumbers amid a scattered collection of coins and glittered jewels. Now I'm going to remind you guys that you did find a book in D4. Does anybody remember what that book said?
Oh, Charlie was the one that had it. I don't remember what he said, though.
I can give you the information at any time since you did see it if you want a refresher.
Yes, please give me a refresher.
It said in this journal, to ye 4 scholars, point your eyes towards the dragon's light, for it guides your descent into knowledge.
So Charlie is going to look at Umbre, and he doesn't say anything, but he tries to portray through hand gestures that he wants to look at those 4 statues in there.
Roll performance.
Okay, performance is a +3. Okay, well he's performative. Okay. Bro got an 11.
Okay. What's your
Hello? Hello? Okay, there we go.
What
My
is
mic's
your
working
wisdom
again.
at, Umbre? Umbre?
Silence. You can hear? Okay,
Yeah.
great. It wasn't
what's your
working
wisdom
earlier
at?
for some reason.
What did you just say?
What is your wisdom at?
Modifier?
No, just the total number for wisdom.
Also, Manx is begging you to sneak. Or not begging, he's like, Umbre, sneak. So,
I don't think we're dumb enough to just go in there prancing. Maybe Kel is. Maybe Parag is. Not Umbre and Charlie.
again, why?
So the number before the mod, correct, on the character sheet?
Yeah.
14.
Okay. So, Charlie, you start doing some very over the top, exaggerated points at your eyes and pointing at the statues, and then pointing at back at the old library where you found the information from the journal. You're just doing the most in terms of trying to relay this information. And Umbre, you kind of you understand what he's trying to say. You absolutely understand what he's trying to say in terms of looking at the statues.
Wisdom of 10 and an
But you
intelligence
also
of 12.
think maybe it was kind of one of those okay, I get it. You can calm down now. And Charlie just keeps going. But you understand that what he's trying to say in terms of you want to take a look at these statues. What would you guys like to do next?
So, I'm guessing that Charlie is going to wait for Razor's acceptance to the plan idea before he does anything.
The plan idea being?
that he wants to go look at those statues sneakily.
He's pointing at
Umbre responds
that one song
with
from
just,
Animaniacs.
yes.
So he just pulled out a map from nowhere, and while looking at Razor, starts performing
He's just pointing at literally everything.
while naming them.
But you said Umbre was going to give us like an agreement kind of.
Yeah, so Umbre just nods in response, showing that he understands and agrees to what they're about to do.
Okay, like I know this literally does nothing, but it's for flavor. Charlie's gonna take off his boots because they have very pointy heels, and he doesn't want to make noise, so he's gonna take them off.
Great. Okay. You take your boots off and leave them outside near the bridge.
Yep. Actually, he puts them on the other side of the bridge where the other statues are, not where the dragon is, but the opposite end.
Over here.
Well, I think it's just, I don't know if it's just me or not, but Toby, you're like going like, your audio just like dips in volume randomly.
Let me fix that. I got it. Hold on.
I don't know if it's like when someone else is talking or like how it's working, but like, is that for you and
I can fix it. Is that better?
yeah.
Okay, cool.
I was trying to make a point saying that Brorok had a wisdom of 10 and an intelligence of 12. Now Manx and what's his Discord Ant is saying like, oh, but a brown bear has a wisdom of 13. Its intelligence is 2. Brorok's smarter than the average bear. A wicked shrub has an intelligence of 10.
He's smarter than the average bear. Let's go. He doesn't have more wisdom though. He's less knowledgeable, but he's more intelligent.
All right. So Charlie, you take off your heels and put them at the other end of the bridge from where you guys entered. I'm gonna give you an extra plus 1 to any checks that would be for sneaking, which would be a dexterity check.
I wasn't expecting that. I was just doing it for flavor, but thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, if you're gonna add flavor, then I will give you some flavor back.
Thank you. I'm gonna make sure
Is it
Cassette has
soap
an extra
flavor?
fun time being favored.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
it soap flavor?
Soap flavor, sure, it's soap flavor. Okay, so Charlie now wants to sneak to the one, like, closest to him next to the D5. So.
Oh.
That'd
at least
be
I
this
think.
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
I wonder what Brorog's opinion would be on those like scented like soaps.
Flavor.
Yeah, more flavor.
Wait, have you guys seen Legends of
Okay.
Aventus? Like, not Legends of the thing they made, like the Once Upon a Witchlight campaign?
Nope.
Okay, well, there's a scene in it where they're getting this, like, I forgot what they're getting, but it's like they're asking what are the flavors, and they're like, the person starts listing a list of flavors. That we have cherry, and then one of them was like, we have cherry berry, we got cherries berries, and then they're like, wait, what's the difference between cherry berry and cherries berries? And the person's like, oh no, they taste exactly the same. I was like, okay, and then one of them was like, can I have one of them? And he tasted like, I'm tasting a bit of a plural there.
Plural. That's crazy. All right. So you're gonna sneak over there. Can you do a stealth check for me?
Yep. Please don't kill me today, Charles. Got a grand total of 8.
8.
8.
Wait, before anything happens, you might want to read what Mang said about what Sparkrender might see you on or sense you on.
Oh my god. Nah, okay, just tell me if this fails or not, because I want to make it funny.
Oh, it absolutely fails.
Okay, so Charlie, like, walks into the room, but he, like, trips on a loose coin, and he lands face first.
Wait, which direction is the Sparkrender, like, laying down? Because if he's facing the door, and Charlie just falls down, and then it just slowly opens his eyes to see this tiny clown just laying down in front of it, like, fell down right on it.
Umbre's just looking at Charlie, hand on his head, just shaking his head, just like.
Okay. All right. Do either of you speak Draconic?
Oh, Charlie,
Dude, I should have been
I traded out
there.
the language.
Brorog speaks Draconic.
Yeah, crazy. Umbre, you don't speak Draconic, correct?
I don't think so.
Wonderful. Okay. Give me one moment.
Oh wait, hold on, I might have it still. Oh, I do!
You speak Draconic.
Yeah, I thought I traded it out for something, but I didn't.
Okay, either way, give me one moment. Where is the...
What is the lore reason for Charlie knowing Draconic?
Oh, he has a very, a
Diverse
learned
background.
father who likes to make him learned.
Oh. Mank said Charlie would be better in clown shoes for stealth.
Wow.
You guys know the reason why Brorog knows Draconic, right?
No.
I thought I told you this. He really wants to fight a dragon, and once he defeats it, he wants to hear their screams. He knows exactly what they're saying, who they're calling for, and he will stand there and watch.
No, he just kills and he's just... No. But imagine he's just like, the dragon's like, please spare me. He's like, nah.
Why?
He's just yelling for mercy.
And he just stands there.
What can I say except you're welcome?
You're welcome. Something. I forgot the song.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh right, I'm gonna.
I forgot. I didn't think.
Wait, what?
I didn't think we were going to be seeing him this soon. So I'm just gonna writing down the last thing really quick for him.
Okay.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna go get some more banana bread real quick. I'll be right back.
I'm having a heist that tomorrow for that campaign. What song should I play as the background music?
You could look up on YouTube D&D fight music.
No, but then that'll be serious. I'm thinking Pink Panther. Maybe
Oh my god.
something
You
like
can
that.
do Nintendo music.
Oh yeah, that would work. Like the Wii theme song? Or not Wii theme song,
Yeah.
but the Wii music. Yeah.
The Wii menu.
Yeah.
Bro, I remember when the Wii came out, that was it was revolutionary.
I have one.
No, the GameCube was revolutionary.
But it was, I mean, like for like the not having to the motion control kind of thing.
It's the remote that flies out of your hand and breaks several objects within your house.
No, there's a before every game. There's a literal thing that says, "Make sure it's on your straply tight." I can't speak. Make sure it's tight on your wrist, the strap, or else you're gonna swing in and whack someone in the face.
People don't care. Have you ever heard of people not caring?
Mission Impossible theme polka version. Nah, the dolphin was revolutionary. The dolphin? Like the animal? I'm so confused.
You guys can hear me, right?
What about the machine
Yeah.
in which they made tennis?
We can hear you.
It was consumed by ants?
How in the like you mean the console or like the disc?
What?
Or your friend?
Okay.
Wait, should I keep it as the avatar or put the mask back on? Because I can actually breathe now. I'm debating it.
Wait, the ants ate through the wiring of a Wii? What?
Interesting.
How in the okay? Hope that doesn't happen to mine.
The queen.
Wait, what did you say?
Okay. I'm ready now. Are you back, Kat?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So, Charlie, unfortunately, you fall face first, right? You fall
Yep.
face first as soon as you enter because you trip on a loose coin. Upon falling, you see in the northeast corner, which is where Sparkrender is currently sleeping, you feel like a rumble in the ground. You hear jewels falling from its pile as they hit the ground, and you turn your head over from the ground, and you see Sparkrender, who was once sleeping peacefully, is now standing up, and his wings are opening up above him, and almost like a stretch motion, and he is snarling and he is barking threats in Draconic, but thankfully
He's barking.
threats in Draconic. You can't quite make it out because he's kind of still in the phase of waking up from sleep. But you hear it mildly sounds like he's saying, "Who's disturbing me? Who is in here?" Something like that. And he turns to you. And he immediately locks eyes with you, and he does not look like he wants to talk.
So, any possible way if Charlie rolls high enough on persuasion that he won't get...
You can
Or-
do you can do deception, intimidation, or persuasion, whichever one you feel is appropriate for here.
Okay.
To talk to him, to calm him down.
Okay, I was about to say deception has the highest, but I just realized my intimidation has a +6. Why?
Plus
Wait.
6.
Wait.
Or I could go
Brorog's
the same...
I feel like Charlie's
Intimidation?
like the least intimidating person.
Yeah, Brorog's intimidation's a +3. How do you have a +6 in intimidation? Oh, it's charisma, that's why.
Because I really put all of my eggs in one basket, and that basket was charisma, and that basket happened to land it on intimidation at one point.
Oh wait, did I show
So,
you the
I
character
love
sheet I made for one of my other
Charlie,
characters? It's a rogue.
Charlie is like the least
Warforged.
intimidating person.
I have a +10 in
I think you did.
Well,
persuasion
That's why
and
he's
deception.
intimidating. He takes...
Yeah, I feel like Charlie is like the opposite of intimidating.
He's the opposite of intimidating unless he wants to be, because again, I'll hope you know, he has a very tiny nose and he has a very big smile. And have you ever seen Pennywise? He kind of is Pennywise's disabled cousin.
Except he doesn't have like 3,000
Wait,
teeth, I hope.
Manx and Ant made a
He
very
is
good
sharp.
point. 1, yes, try to intimidate the dragon. And 2, reminder, you are not facing an adult dragon, you are facing an adolescent dragon. Possibly even less reasonable.
So it would be better to threaten the child, as I am
Wait, no,
older,
adolescent
than
is
to try
young.
to
It is a
quickly-
wormling, so it's a baby. So it's even less reasonable.
I mean, technically, you might not be older than it. It's probably still like.
I mean,
All right, let's bring it back for a second. So go ahead and roll whatever one you want to use, and then if I'll let you know if it fails or succeeds.
please don't get me killed. Okay, I'm going to roll for intimidation. Oh goodness.
5, 4,
I
3,
Feeling
2, 1.
Dang. Wait, you said you have a +6, right?
Oh, hold on. I got a whopping 23 on intimidation.
Let's go.
Nice.
Oh, you're not dead. You're not
Why'd
dead.
it take you
Let's
that
go. You're not
long,
dead,
though?
Hopefully.
Is nice, but okay. Never mind.
All right, so you got a 23 on intimidation against this baby blue dragon. What do you say to him? Stop him.
So, can Charlie stand up so he's not, like, lying on the floor?
Of course.
So Charlie stands up, wipes off the dust on his shirt, and he, like, puts his hand on his hips, and he gives, like, the closest thing to an intimidating frown as he can, and he says, "Your mama would be disappointed in how you're behaving right now."
Question:
I was gonna say,
Is
you
your
think
like
you're
are the
king?
stitches on your
I'm
face still
the
like all
king.
crooked?
They're kind of crooked, but they're still pretty solid because Brorog did a pretty good job.
Oh, okay. Also, question: Is Sparkrender like a worm? Like W Y? I don't know how to spell like worm as
You
in
wanna
the
see what he
type of
looks like?
dragon. Yeah, like is it the worm type of dragon or is it just a wormling? Oh, so it's just a regular dragon.
This is him.
Because I thought it was like a worm,
Yeah,
which would
just a
make
smaller
because
version. It's a wormling, not WOR. It's WY.
no WYRM is a type of dragon.
Where?
I was confused on what it looked like. It's like a dragon without legs, I think. It just has wings.
Right.
Some worms don't even have wings.
I thought that was like a serpent. Or is that only sea serpent?
No. There's a type of dragon without wings and
No,
legs.
that's I believe that's I forgot the term, but I know what it is.
Yeah, my tattoo has that dragon. They don't have any arms or legs.
No arms or legs. Okay, wait, let me look at this. Why is the image so tiny? Okay, worm has no wings or arms, okay? The thing I was thinking of was an amphithere. AMPHITHERE. It has like a wyvern type arms that are attached to the wings but no legs. And a lindworm
I think
has
you were
front
talking
arms.
about wyverns.
Huh? What?
I think you were talking about a wyvern, actually.
A lindworm?
Did you just say wyvern?
A wyvern?
Listen, that's how it's pronounced.
I thought it was wyvern.
Me too. But
I'm
no,
pretty
no,
sure
no.
it's
I let me share this picture so that you guys can see. types.
Google the wyvern. I was in.
This
They
image
do,
right
in
here.
fact, have back. Okay, why are we talking about dragons right now?
This one.
Uh.
The amphitrite. That's what I thought it was. That's what I thought the dragon looked like. The orange one right here in the center.
Let me open up his stream again.
And then worm is this guy. He has nothing. It's like a snake, but like a serpent, but less.
No, it's a dragon.
It's just a dragon. Fays are also dragons, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, I thought it looked like this thing. That's what I was trying to say.
Hmm. Okay.
And one good thing about that
So
is
what did
we
you say
ran through the
again
entire
to-
ad by talking about dragons.
Yeah, it's wyvern. It's wyvern.
Dang, I've been saying it wrong my entire life. Anyways,
What'd you say again
So-
to Spark Render?
Charlie stood up, wiped the dirt off his clothes, put his hands on his hip, and he said, "With how you're behaving right now, you'd be making your mama real disappointed."
He
You
got
kissed
no
your mother with
shoes
that
on. You kissed your mother with that mouth. So Spark Render kind of if the dragon could be confused, he looks confused. But when his wings were previously like, you know, up and out ready to attack, he had a snarl on his lips. Now they've kind of like fallen down by his side and in almost like relaxed position. And he just quietly, or not quietly, he carefully comes down from his mound that he was sleeping on previously, and he walks over to you. And he kind of just like comes up to like next to your face, kind of to test your resolve, and then he pulls back again before saying, "Huh? Never had anyone question my authority. You're not scared, are you?" He tilts his head while saying
Charlie,
this.
huh?
He tilts his head while saying this.
Charlie blinks and he says, "Oh, listen, when you're raised by my dad, oh, you're not scared of much."
I was
No,
gonna make a joke,
seriously.
but you contradicted it, so I was gonna
Oh.
say, is Charlie wearing the brown
But,
pants?
What?
What?
It's
What?
in Deadpool. He says, "You may be wondering why I'm wearing a red suit. It's so that you can't see me bleed." And he points at one guy and says, "Oh, that guy has the right idea. He wore the brown pants."
Very good. You were saying?
So after saying this, Charlie says, "Listen, I didn't come here to scold you, but really, with how I was raised, your behavior just now was absolutely unacceptable. You should try talking to people before you go straight into murder. Be a pacifist whenever you can. That's what makes mothers proud."
Yeah, you should pass a fist
Or-
at them.
What if like Sparkler's just like, my mom's dead. And just the ultimate clapback.
Your mother can still be disappointed where she ever is in death and whatnot.
Oh yeah, I did that. So when I'm DMing, one of the people left, so they let another person control their character, and the character made a "your mom" joke to an NPC whose mother was dead. And then when they returned, the player had to apologize, but I didn't make them roll. I just made them write an entire song. I said, "You can do something to show that you're sorry," and the person wrote a song to apologize and performed it. It was
Very
funny.
good.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
So, Spark Render hears you guys, or not you guys, listens to what Charlie has to say, and he starts to pace back and forth. So if you're like around here, Charlie, I would say he's like pacing back and forth here while like looking at you the whole time. And He's just walking as he says, all this talk about a mother, but I never even knew mine. You think that's going to affect me? So funny. Anyways, why do you wake me from my slumber, and why are you here?
Charlie shrugs and says, "Oh, well, I'm here because you're amazing. But I'm also here because I'm your paid therapist. You were already paid in advance, so you get an entire lifetime of free therapy from me. So let's start with that mother issue. My mother is homicidal, and she's trying to kill me. Sad that you don't know yours, but kind of lucky."
He stops in his tracks and kind of raises his eyebrow. You said you are amazed by me. In what way?
Oh, well, it's just where I'm from, the more glamorous, the more powerful, the more you know, the more you can do, the better you are, the more appreciated you are. Also kind of depends on the actions you take, but, you know, we can scoot that apart for the other time, other TED Talk. Oh, well, it's just, you're supremely better than most people I know. I got a sibling who can't even walk straight, because he's always drunk. You are so much better than that, though. You have how many limbs? And you can walk better than me. And I have a strat, honey.
Wait, does that mean that TED Talk exists in the D&D universe?
I don't think the
I think
dragon
I
would
just
know that. You
canonized
know,
it in
like,
this universe.
you know, like, it's like, who is this Ted you speak of? And why does he talk?
TED Talk.
All right. Sparkletter kind of stops in his tracks and right in the middle of this place and kind of looks towards you. And he just says, well, I'm not at my full power, at least not yet. You know, with everything that we have been preparing, very soon, I will be at my full power, and then he can really be amazed by me. And he seems like very excited to like talk about, like he's kind of boasting about himself a little bit.
So Charlie like sits down and crosses his legs, and he's like, "Oh, tell me more. I want to know how you're going to become even better than you already are." Charlie gives him a very inquisitive, awestruck look.
Well, and he kind of like sits down. If a dragon child could sit down, he is sitting down, very proudly looking at you. Well, there was a comet coming by today, even when it hits noon, and the comet passes over the sun, and all the statues are in place. I'll be able to harness the full power of my ancestors, and nobody can stop me. Not even Runara.
Why would you want to do that, though?
Because why not? Doesn't everybody crave power?
Oh, that is true. I'm more of a follower, though. And that's comes to family.
A follower, you say?
Charlie nods.
Did you come here to become one of my followers?
Well, of course I did. After hearing about you and your amazingness, how could I not want to be your follower? It's the only thing I've ever wanted in life.
I'm very confused.
And Charlie stops himself. And says, "Oh, but I'm also a therapist, and I thought someone with all of your responsibilities would probably need money. Not money, therapy. Sorry. You don't need it." Yeah.
And what is this therapy you speak of? Is it something that can help with my cause?
Charlie nods and he says, "Therapy is what you do with all your pent-up emotions when you feel violent. It helps you get through those emotions, and it always makes you feel better, usually, unless you're really, really, really in a dark place. Then, I think jumping off a bridge would be more helpful."
I don't know. I tend to prefer a little bit of violence when it comes to expressing my, as you call it, emotions.
Oh, whenever you feel that urge, best therapy 101 option? Go punch like a building, preferably an empty, abandoned one, or oh, go create something. It helps counterbalance your negative thoughts with positive, I'm going to be a parent thoughts. Because don't actually have a child. Get like an animal or an old person. That works.
Wait,
Are
what?
you telling me? Are you trying to tell me what to do?
No. I'm simply telling you what other people do.
The
Okay.
dragons and emo confirmed.
Do a another check for either intimidation, persuasion, or deception.
I think deception's the way to go this time.
Agreed.
9.
Wouldn't a
I got a
therapist try to
full-on 9.
persuade the person to do something instead of deceiving
Yeah,
them?
but deceiving is
Deceiving
persuasion.
is yeah.
It's persuasion under the premise of a lie.
Yeah.
But is Charlie lying?
So okay, you guys are having this conversation. Well, he is technically lying because he's not here to follow him and be a therapist.
That is true. Oh yeah, that is true.
So Sparkunder stands up on his on all of his fours. What is your name?
Oh, my name? Well, I've always wanted someone else's, specifically at the end of it. But you know what? I'll tell you. My name is Mikal.
Mikal.
If it's too difficult, because a lot of people find it too difficult, even my family members, just call me Bear.
I will do with Bear. And Bear. He kind of looks at you in like an inquisitive way, almost as if he's trying to catch you in a lie. What? Or more, why? Why did you want to become one of my followers?
And Charlie pauses and he kind of looks at the dragon. And he says, well, because I'm not allowed to be with my family right now. And I need something else to hold on to.
Right. Razor, do a stealth check for me.
Wait, I thought he was just standing there.
Umbre just watching.
That's the thing, yeah.
Umbre just watching Charlie and Barkrender growl and bark and
Wait, question:
snarl at
how
each
many
other.
of those statues would Brorog have made in this time?
I think you were probably on the last one.
So like 4?
Where there only needed to be, I believe, 6. So I would say only 2. It takes a
Okay.
while to carve that shit.
Did
and paint
Brorog
it.
just like carry those 2 and walk out of the room because he got bored after the second one? He just
Yeah,
takes them with
sure.
him.
But first, yeah. We can say that you're back in the main room now. First, Umbre, are you there?
Hello?
Umbre? Razor?
Did your device die or something?
I don't know.
He didn't roll. I don't know if he can hear us.
No, I
Oh,
Uh,
no.
23 total.
23 total?
Yes.
All right. Great. So Sparkrunner looks at you. All right. Well, since you are here to, be my therapist, as you call it, and one of my followers, I suppose, I can allow this for at least for the time being. And, so, Sparkrender says that to you. And he begins to walk off toward he starts walking from where he is here to the entrance where we know Umbre is. And he turns to you, Charlie. Or I guess Bear in this situation.
Wait, I just realized Brog's smarter than you now.
Yes, he's smarter than the... No, but maybe Charlie isn't the average bear.
Dang it, wait. Are you the average bear or just a bear? Like, where do you lie? Are you above or below average on the bear scale?
Yeah, exactly.
The person he took this name from is a really good actor. So, is pretty much below average and above average and average all at the same time.
But intelligence-wise?
He's just bear. Just bear. All bear.
Oh, so you said he's everything at the same time. So if you like check the average of that, it will be average. And since Borog is smarter than the average bear, that means he's smarter than you.
Exactly.
Interesting.
As I was saying, Sparkrender turns back to Charlie and says, "Okay, well, it seems like the preparations for the ritual are almost done. Would you like to follow?"
Charlie stands up and he says, "Oh, speaking of this ritual, isn't it kind of cheating? Excuse me, I'm just kind of dumb, but it seems like you're cheating."
Cheating? Cheating how? He turns back all the way towards you.
Well, see, if you're trying to become very powerful, more powerful than this Runara, who I've never even heard of, then that means that it would be more beneficial if you were able to tower over the world and say, "I did this all by myself," rather than saying, "Oh, I just took a fortnight to set up some statues and wait for this comment," which, either way, it's still impressive, just some seems a little more impressive.
I find it funny that Umbre's just here, but he just only hears, like, what Charlie is saying.
No, wait, isn't
Everything
Charlie
else is
speaking in
just
Draconic
nonsense.
also?
He's just like, yeah.
I'm pretty sure Charlie's speaking Draconic. He's
Yeah.
speaking Draconic.
Both are speaking Draconic.
Both. Yes.
You're just hearing growling and barking and dogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Umbre
I
just
just
hears...
yeah, what the hell's going on?
Actually, I'm pretty sure dragons have an actual, like, words, so they
They have
don't...
a spoken language,
Bork.
yeah.
Bark, bork, bork. Woof,
Not...
growl.
More like strange words melded together, so it's not necessarily like animal noises, it's like an actual language.
Sparkrunner, is looking at you and he goes, "Power is power either way. What matters how I get it?"
Well, you want more people to admire you. Some people just don't see power for what it is, and they only look at how you acquire it, which could lead to a lot of people not even respecting you or honoring your name, which wouldn't be as impressive.
I don't need respect. I want them groveling at their knees.
Well, I can't promise that they will. From my experience, more cheap the power, the less they tend to grovel.
Oh, this is no water. 1 sec, be right back.
Sparkrunner kind of goes. Sparkrunner approaches you. "And what would you know that I don't? Huh?" He seems to be getting a little angry.
Oh, absolutely nothing. I've just seen from observing you for such few moments, and I've been catching up on everything you've been doing, and from what I'm seeing, I've been going to these villages, trying to look for you and your amazingness, and these people they all have mixed opinions. And I've just been hearing these opinions from these villages. I know nothing. I just know what I hear.
That'll change soon. Very soon. Just you watch and wait. And he turns around to leave this area. And he is going to be passing you, Umbre, so I'm going to need you to do one more little stealth check for me. Unless you don't want to be, not seen, but that's up to you.
$14 total.
Jump into the water quick.
For real.
Okay. So Sparkrender begins to make his way outside, past here, and Umbre, thankfully in time, there's a way that the light is casting a shadow. Since it isn't quite noon yet, they're able to go into the depths of the shadow against this cliff here and hide as Sparkrender just walks on by.
Charlie pretends to be slow and follows at an even slower pace so he can stop and catch up with Umbre.
Wait, I have an opportunity to go in there and inspect. Ooh, interesting.
Interesting. You can take this time to do so. Sparkrender has passed you and gone into the rotunda. So you two are now left alone in this area.
Charlie grabs Umbre by the shoulders and he says, and in a very, very low voice, "Listen, you need to go in there quick. I've convinced that dragon that I am his most loyal follower and that I love him very, very, very dearly. So, now's the time to get in there. Go through his jewels. I don't care. Find what we need. I don't care what it is." And he shoves the book towards him and he says, "Make sure you look at those statues." The book that Umbre opened for him, by the way. The book with the information about the statues. And grabs his boots, shoves them back on, and follows after the dragon.
Right, so, yeah, Umbre will, obviously, with this information, continue into D5.
Okay. So you go into D5. You see the statues. You see the statues. You see the constellation map. Wait 1 second. So yeah, you see that there are four statues of what you would quote unquote call scholars, and that you see a bunch of constellations on the floor. You can go ahead and search around if you'd like.
So, probably want to inspect each of these statues. That's my bet, considering I have a book on statues and whatnot.
Okay. So, you're just like kind of inspecting the statue?
Yep.
All right. Can you do a perception check for me, please?
Why everyone goes silent?
I'm just waiting for the perception check.
I found a draconic common to draconic translator.
Huh?
Common to draconic.
Oh, wait, I got a really fun plan for when they go in there, because technically Brorog's in there as well, so...
I'm not gonna use it because then it'll be like unable to understand. You won't be able to understand what I'm saying.
I think that would be like 15.
You got a 15?
If I did everything right.
Okay.
Wait, dude, I don't see your rolls. Is my thing crash?
No, I have a
He's doing in-person rolls.
Oh,
I have
okay,
a
okay.
physical dice.
All right, so you go over to these statues, and you kind of notice that there are grooves in the base of each statue, which suggests to you that these statues can be turned at their base.
There must be some sort of combination. Is my bet.
Did Charlie not give you a fancy book that
Yeah.
Umbre went blind trying to open?
Would you like the passage again?
Yeah.
The passage in the book says, "To ye four scholars, point your eyes towards the dragon's light, for it guides your descent into knowledge."
Thanks. It says, Algo butter sia biscuits.
Point towards the dragon's light.
Was there not light
Was that
coming
helpful?
in through somewhere in that room?
Yeah.
Algo butter sia biscuits.
That's what I was thinking. Is there, or is that from above per se?
There is light coming from above because there's a stained glass dome above you. That would be one, or maybe light is shining from the floor because of there's like jewels that are inlaid in the floor for the star map.
But what is what is the dragon's light that I have to figure out?
You could do another investigation check.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's the best thing to do.
So would you like to do so?
Yep.
And what would you like to investigate? The ceiling, the floor, the walls, maybe because I think the main clues for you that I have given so far would be either the ceiling or the floor.
I would say the floor.
Okay. So you go ahead and roll an investigation check, please.
I might have. Oh no. Oh no. I'm getting no information out of this. 8 total.
8 total?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look around the floor. You see that there are a lot of there are constellations, but you kind of can't really make out what they're supposed to be resembling in this case. You see that there's jewels inlaid in some of them. Instead of stars carved into the floor, it's just different jewels, but you can't really make out what constellations they're supposed to be.
Well, I guess the next best thing to check is the ceiling.
Then go ahead and do same check.
$15 total.
15. Okay. So you kind of look up at the ceiling, and you see that there is what would resemble a night sky in the very middle of the mosaic, I guess you could say, of colored light. It was what appears to be a moon, and then surrounding it are a bunch of different dragon, dragon. I guess you could call them dragon pictures, and you see the way that the light is being hit from where the sun is, and you follow where this light goes, and it looks like it's going towards the southeast quadrant of the floor, which would be around here. And when you look over there, you see that there is there's a very particularly bright jewel that is inlaid into the floor. And upon further inspection, it kind of looks like the head of a dragon.
I clutched. Let's go. So I guess, yeah, rotate statues towards said jewel would be the plan.
Yes, sir. All right, so you're gonna go around to every single statue and turn them towards the southeast quadrant, then towards that head.
Yep.
Okay. So you go down to the north statue. You turn it to the right. You turn this one until it hears here, and every time you turn it towards this area, you actually feel like it feels like the statue is settling slightly
Embrace
when
first
you turn
puzzle.
them to that
Like
area.
it locks in place.
Not so much that it locks, but it feels like it's in the right place, if that makes sense. Like it seems
Yeah.
to fall a little.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
Only thing I can think of is, because I play like trumpet, is like aligning the valves, is they just drop a tad bit so you can feel that it's like in place.
that's a good way to put it then. So you get to the last statue. When you turn it, we turn it south, so that's facing towards this constellation. And as soon as that happens, you feel like a rumbling in the ground. And when you look towards the center, you see that it begins to glow. The middle begins to glow, and then what once was just a crumbling mess of what seemed to be just, a floor that was caving in, is now a staircase that's going down.
Well, I mean, down the staircase is probably the best play.
All right. So you're going down the staircase?
Without backup. All
Ombre.
alone, for no
I'm
one
gonna
to
say
hear
this-
your screams.
I feel like the noise might have already attracted attention, so if there is any stalling, I feel like that
To be
could
fair,
be detrimental.
No one outside of that room heard a dragon talking. And I'm pretty sure dragons are, even if it's a young dragon, it's probably pretty big. And pretty
But-
loud.
Then again, how do we know there's a threat down there? You know,
How do you know there isn't?
that is true. But I guess we will find out.
Or you will.
Also, I'm gonna say
Brorog's
this real
still there
quick. My
with the
dad
statues.
walked in, and
Oh, what?
my dad walked in, and he kept whenever Toby would say something like about the the stairs forming, or about what was happening, he would make like an inquisitive comment like, "Oh my gosh, it forms stairs." And when Razor said he was gonna go down them, he said, "I think that's a good idea too."
Okay, I will be right back. I really need to pee.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
also going to.
That's funny.
I'm
Dad
switching
just
it to the
commented
bathroom
on-
break screen in 3, 2, 1. Entertain chat.
Wow.
Okay, so what will happen next? We'll find out after this message.
Okay. Rage, hold on. Discussing tactics mid-game before anything happens, does that count as metagaming?
I wouldn't say so. I mean, Manx is probably the best person to ask.
Because I was gonna ask Rage if he would like try to play along with me for a plan I had. Because Brorog's about to come head to head with Sparkrender technically. Because Sparkrender's going into the place where Kel and Brorog are, so. Does it count or not?
I could hear you. I just couldn't speak because I was in the restroom. Metagaming is like when you like, oh, We're fighting Sparkrender, search of Sparkrender stats and stuff like that. I think that's metagaming. Mank said talking between.
I'm back. It's metagaming would also be taking out.
Yeah, what?
Go ahead.
Mank said talking between terms. I'm pretty sure he said teams. Is usually the way that
he meant
players
turns.
express very
Turns.
close bone. Blah blah blah. Talking between turns. Okay, yeah, it's fine. He said it's fine. In summary.
What were you saying, Toby?
Yeah.
I was just gonna say the exact same thing. I really don't care about metagaming unless you're like looking up character stats or like enemy stats. Like that's like to avoid situations. Like that's where I'm like a no. But if you want to talk in between to be like, hey, I want to do this in game, then that's okay.
Oh wait, what am I supposed to do?
Rage. I was just gonna ask you to like, whenever you see Spark Render, try not to say anything and let Charlie talk to you first, because he has an idea.
Question:
and
are
then
the statues in
thing
Spark
is, like,
Render's image?
Wait, Rage can pretend. Brorog could like pretend not to know like Draconic. He'll just like hear everything.
Yeah, that was gonna kind of be the plan. Like, Charlie was like, "Oh, these are my two compatriots. They don't speak the great language of dragons, but I can speak for you, and I can speak for them." And it would be a fun little thing.
Even though Rage knows exactly what's going on.
I can understand every single thing you say.
Like, if Sparkrender were to tell you to, I don't know, tell a lie.
That way.
Okay, well, are the statues in Sparkrender's image?
No, they're more like the. Remember how Renara
like,
spoke of the ancient dragons that like from this land?
Mhm.
They're in those images.
Oh, okay.
But best thing I could think of is the 4 heads of houses of Hogwarts. Just like the founders.
Wait, so the
Yeah,
they just look
you'll
like
know that
dragon heads, but they're
there's-
just different colors. But since they're made of wood, they just all look the same.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and tell you what they look like. And like, so there's 5 statues. There's a bronze one, a gold one, a blue one, a red one, and a brass one, and they all have engravings of their names, which would be Astalagan, Clissaver, Aldenamir, Sharuth, and Trudar.
Like the Prime Minister
And
did?
they are, huh?
The guy like from Canada?
I don't know shit about politics, bro.
Who?
Like
Who?
Who from
Trudeau?
Canada?
Is that not his name?
Like, are you talking about like the Prime Minister?
Yeah. Is that not his name?
Wait, say it again?
The name that Toby just said, like the Trudeau.
No. That's Trudeau.
Trudeau?
Dude.
This is Turadair.
Trudeau?
Turadair.
Trudeau.
Dude, you're thinking of Trudeau.
Oh,
The
oh yeah. Oh yeah,
Prime
yeah,
Minister of Canada. Trudeau.
when you search up the name of the
Trudeau.
dragon, the first thing
Yeah,
that
he's
popped
thinking
up.
about Trudeau, who is the Prime Minister of Canada.
There we go.
Oh, no. Don't make us metagame accidentally.
Oh, well, it's just the picture.
The picture doesn't
wanted-
show up.
Turadair.
Oh, he's like golden.
He's a reverse
Trudeau's a
wyvern. He
brass
has leg
dragon.
wings.
Leg wings.
Okay.
All
All right.
Anyways,
so
back to going down the stairs.
yeah.
Yes.
So Umbre, you make your way down these steps. They're a little bit creaky, as if and then dusty, almost as if they haven't been used in a long time. But as you make your way down, you get to the bottom, and There is stale air that's heavy with the smell of old parchment that floods your nostrils. The walls are lined with shelves stuffed full of old tombs and yellowing scrolls. So you can tell that it's been a while since this place has really been opened. Glass cases, toppled over and shattered, have strewn their contents across the stone floor. The sound of splintering wood echoes through the space, and a moment later, you see an agitated bronze dragon the size of a bear, picking himself up from the wreckage of the old desk he apparently crashed into.
Oh, it's
It's the guy we gotta kill.
No, we don't have to kill him. No.
We're gonna pause there and go back to the rotunda. We're gonna go back to the rotunda really quick. So Sparkrender is entering back into the rotunda, where Kel and Brorock are. You guys are, as Sparkrender is entering, you guys are kind of already placing the statues where they're supposed to be around this middle area, and Brorock and Kel, both of them, you guys look up from placing the statues where they're supposed to be. There's kobolds strewn everywhere, and you see this blue dragon wormling walking in with Charlie right at his tail.
So, Charlie's gonna signal them to shush, just shush, and he's very vehement about it. Shush!
Just like zip it. Quiet.
And he's gonna shush them and hope it works, and then he's gonna turn to Sparkrender.
Okay.
So he looks at Sparkrender, and in Draconic he says, "Oh, dear Sparkrender, I almost forgot. Upon meeting your spectacularness, I forgot it. I brought 2 companions with me. They're very unenlightened. They do not know how to speak Draconic. I have to go get them so they can come meet you, but they cannot speak Draconic, and I hope you'll forgive them, but they love you just as much as I do." Sorry, I'm dying.
No, you're fine. Roll whatever charisma check you want to do.
Could Brorock
whatever.
speak? Yes, what?
If you want to speak, you can.
No, not that. I was going to say something, but Razor was saying something. Or someone was saying something when I was speaking, so should I just say what I was... There's a song called Presinicolencianiaciul, which is a song by this I think Italian dude, who... It's a song that sounds like English to non-English speakers. Could Brorock speak Draconic, but how Draconic sounds to non-Draconic speakers? So it just sounds like he's speaking gibberish. But to like people who don't know Draconic, it sounds like he's speaking Draconic. Because he's been told not to speak in Draconic. I'll send the title of the song in the chat or Discord chat.
Okay. Also, I got myself a 22.
Okay.
This is the name of the song. I'll send it in Twitch chat also.
I don't like that name.
Wait, I don't know if it's copyrighted though. Let me search it up. Is pneumonia copyrighted? No, that's not what I was searching.
Yes, you cannot speak of pneumonia unless you have a permit.
Ah, dang it, it's copyrighted. I can't play it.
Oh.
Okay. Then so Sparkrender turns to you briefly, Charlie, and then looks back and goes, "Very well. If they do want to speak to me, they can speak through you."
And Charlie kind of like gives him a quick bow, and then he scuttles over them and he's shorter than them both significantly, so he kind of makes an attempt to put his, like, you know, whenever you, like, go to aggressively shush someone and you put your finger over their lips, he tries to do that to both Kel and Brorog simultaneously, and he's probably just, like, I don't know, touching Brorog's face mask and probably, like, smacking Kel simultaneously. And he said in a very low whisper in common, he's like, listen, I've told that dragon you don't know how to speak Draconic, so if either of you two idiots do know how to speak Draconic, don't speak it. I need you guys to pretend you do not know what he is saying if you do know what he is saying, and we're gonna go talk to him so we can get more information. Capiche? Capiche. Great.
Can Brorog just say what in Draconic? Or no, not what. Why? Just like why?
Because I'm trying to find a way to distract him so they don't, you know, attack us. Okay, we can kill him later, but right now, we need to get him on our side. And he says this all in a very, very low whisper, where only the people right next to him can hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
I'm gonna go
Manx
ahead and end it
probably
there.
not.
Yeah, I'm gonna end it there for now since we are approaching the end of the session and I have something to do at 6.
Okay.
So we'll remind me if I forget. For next week, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with Umbre with Adron, and then go back into the rotunda where everybody else is. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget. Yeah, the next session should be quite interesting.
You know, to be honest, it is kind of an Ian thing to have Kel bite Charlie's finger.
So let's end it with Cal biting Charlie's finger.
And now time to raid somebody.
I hope you know that my butt. I hope you know that Manx added seductively at the end of that.
No, with the question mark also.
Question mark seductively.
Okay.
How effective was that seduction? Who knows? Charlie just now has like a half nibbled on nail. Oh my god, I hate that, but I love it.
Very good.
The different dragon type head shapes. Do not get me started on dragon heads.
Okay,
I love dragons.
time to raid somebody. Bye to the people in the call. See you next week. And we are going to raid. Stretch, I will. Let's see who. I want to raid a van first. They're playing. Or who should I raid, actually? You guys can pick. If you don't pick, I'm just gonna click this. Hello. There's no person named Fridge live right now. Oh wait, let's see. Dungeons and Dragons. Let's go low to high viewers so we can donate some viewers. Poisons and Problems. You guys want to watch that? Hello, someone has to respond. Oh, I'm gonna send you to one shot so it's easier to understand what's going on. Okay?